Hello, Mimi Makers. It's another Thursday with me where you get to look at pretty new things that are coming to the Mimi shop this week. There is a lot. So if you are watching this live or recorded, I do encourage you to go grab something to drink to stay hydrated. I did bring my water with me today because I have a feeling I might need it. Um, and yeah, water, coffee, tea, whatever it is that you like to stay hydrated with in the morning. There are a lot of things that I want to share with you today. Hi, Tanya. Tanya's here. There's new prints, there's new fabric bases that we haven't had before, with lots of suggestions to go along with it. There's new yarns, there are new knitting patterns, so many things, and I'm really excited. I have a hard time deciding what to start with because what you can't see is like I am surrounded by all of these pretties, and my eye goes to all of them because one is prettier than the next, and I would love to hear which one inspires you the most today. So I'm always grateful for your comments, any questions that you might have along the way, and yeah, there are many things. So I do hope that there's something in there for you. And I'm just going to give everybody a quick moment to hop onto the live stream. I know that I've had some issues connecting to the Facebook stream this morning. So if there's anybody here watching on Facebook Live, maybe you can give us a comment because I do see that the YouTube people are here. Maybe anybody from Facebook, just so that I can see if it has connected already. Tanya needs a new lining for a wool coat. Looking forward to hearing about the stretch satins. Oh, there's Nicole. Nicole is coming from Facebook here. So, oh, great. So both of the streams have connected, so we can get started. And there might be some good lining options for you today, Tanya. And if not, then we will find some other things for you, maybe that are already in the Mimi shop. So I will get started with what's right in front of me, just because I've been touching it this whole time, and I really like this. So this is the new polyester and polyurethane rain coating, and this is different. We have never had this before, so I want to say this is your more, I don't want to say traditional. I don't think there is a traditional rain coating, but when my kids were little and I was buying them these little rain jackets, sometimes with the dinosaur designs, you probably know them. I would say that this is the material that it was made out of. So this is relatively thin, and then the outer is a polyester. It almost feels a little bit rubbery. Is the outer, and then you have your polyurethane lining, very much like feels like your PUL that you use for waterproofing other things. And yeah, this is a really lightweight, and you can see that it moves really well. So if you just want to have a raincoat that's like a trench coat, maybe for an adult, or like a poncho, I think this is really great just because it's not too hot. Oh, my camera is having some trouble here, but you can line it with warmer layers. So what I was thinking for this, and this is just design number one, so it's the big colorful polka dots. So number one, for a kid, you could do this jacket. So this jacket, I know that the pattern says that it is made for a knit, which perfect. But if you just size this one size up to accommodate for the part where you don't have stretch, this will make a really nice rain jacket for a kid, which you can easily elongate, because it's a very, if you look at it, it's a very basic cut and it's not fitted. So in my opinion, it does not have to be a knit. It does, like this does have like a little bit of give to it. So it's not going to be too constricting. So this would be a great, the Berta Easy, which we do have in the shop, would be a great one to make a little raincoat for kiddos. Then another one that I picked up was the Mimi mittens. So the Mimi mittens have in the pattern, you have an outer and you have a lining and you have the filling. So if you're not using something like a soft shell, which already has fleece in it, you could use this as the outer. and then do it exactly as they suggest in the pattern. So this is another one, or their booties, the Nordic booties would also work. And for an adult or kids, because this one actually starts as at a size 2, is the Maxime jacket, which would be also a really great one to have as a raincoat. It doesn't have a hood, but sometimes you really just need your body protected. So those are the ones that I would use for this pattern, and I'm sure there's many, many others out there. So this is number 1 with the polka dots. I'm just going to put these aside here so that I have space for all the other goodies that are coming along the way. Then, of course, this is Mimi's choice here, is the leopard, and it's like a subtle gradient. You see this? It's like a subtle gradient rainbow leopard print. This would also be great for bags, by the way, if you're making like a backpack that you want to make sure that if it is getting wet, you know, for kiddos when they're taking it to school, or like or for lunch bags, or really anything, it would still be a really great bag material, which would be wipeable and washable. Loving all these spring colors, Stephanie says. Yes, we gotta, you know, we're still sewing for the current weather, because really winter just has started, but it's also great to be able to start sewing for the beautiful spring times ahead, right? It's gonna come eventually. So this is, again, this is the pastel rainbow leopard on the raincoat material. And then, of course, we have to have some dinosaurs, and these are upside down. This is a dark blue background, and then we have all these fun dinosaurs printed on that, which is going to make something really fun for a dinosaur enthusiast. I know that I have some of those at home. And then I think this is really fun. I love the lemons. I can never say no to lemons, like a good lemon print. So this is a nice teal with a really bright lemon print on it. And I would absolutely wear that as a rain poncho, or like a rain hat would be fun. Because, you know, if my hair gets wet, like I do not have straight hair. I have wavy, frizzy hair. So if any of this gets wet, or it does not look like this anymore. So this would be really fun as well. So those are the 4 of the rain coatings that are coming tomorrow. I am going to continue. Where am I going to continue? Oh, and I don't know if my little helpers, hold on, do I have? Oh, I do. No, I don't have everything. I don't have everything. If my helpers outside are watching, I seem to have forgotten to bring over the candy cotton, which is so important. So if my helpers are watching this, then I would need the candy cotton. But until such time, let's talk about the other things. There's one double gauze, because, you know, we're loving double gauze, and this one just arrived. Like, we have to squeeze this in for multiple reasons. Number 1, double gauze is always amazing. Number 2, it has hearts on it, which for people who like to sew hearts up for Valentine's, this is a great option. But, you know, I like to wear hearts all year round, so that's fun too. So this one, the foil print, is a gradient pastel rainbow on there. That's a lot of words to say for one fabric. Oh, I think Hisai heard me. Hisai, did you hear my call for help? So, oh yes, she's bringing all the things. So even just 1 or 2 colors of the candy cotton will be great. And she also brought our mannequin Betty over, so I can show you the fantastic outfit if you haven't seen it yet. Okay, so double gauze. So I also found this pattern. So there's a lot of things you can make out of double gauze, but I just spotted this one this morning, which in the picture, the baby's actually wearing a little double gauze bubbly romper. I don't know if you can see this. My camera does not like to cooperate this morning, but this is the Berta Kids 9258 pattern, also in the Mimi shop. And this baby is wearing this cute little romper. So if you have any little ones to sew for, this would be a great pattern, because, as I said, in the picture, the baby is actually wearing double gauze. or any of the tops and dresses we have been showing off would be great in this. Okay, just put it on there. That would be very helpful. Thank you, helper Hisai. Hisai to the rescue. All right, I will actually continue with the candy cotton now since we've already talked about this. So I'm going to bring Betty over. Betty, our store mannequin, and you probably, if you are watching my reels or our reels on Instagram, you probably saw Hisai wearing this. So Hisai made this fantastic skirt. Now I'm gonna have to lift Betty up. So she made this fantastic skirt, which is a pleated skirt, and it's a wrap skirt, almost goes around twice, with this with an accent of this floral. And I do have to admit that this is a floral that's releasing next week, not this week, but you know, a little sneak peek to look forward to. It's so nice. I have put the details about that skirt. It's the handbox skirt by, now I forget, but it is in the Instagram video. You will find who made this design. And then she paired it with the Jenna blouse from Atelier Skermit. This is a white challis, which is like a little bit of the golden dots. And then we've, because it's so cold in the store, we have given Betty this nice little cashmere crochet shawl, which was made by the talented Sylvia. So the candy cotton, how is candy cotton different? I'm just going to put Betty right over here so you can still admire her while I talk about the candy cotton. You saw sewing therapy. There you go. Sewing therapy handbox skirt. So the candy cotton is a lightweight cotton. It is not, as I would say, it's similar in heaviness to a poplin, but it is not as poplin is very smooth. I can't, like, today my words escape me. So imagine a poplin that is micro brushed. I would say that is the most accurate description I have for you. It is micro brushed on both sides, and no, it's not like a flannel, which is like super brushed and you actually have the little hairs. So you don't actually see that it is brushed, but if you were to touch it, you can feel that it has that brushed finish, and it just feels really soft. It has a very interesting texture, and that made it perfect for the skirt because we didn't want it too drapey. So we were brainstorming which fabric would be the best, and this came out to be the best candidate. So it's not too drapey, but it's also not too stiff. It's not stiff like a twill or a canvas or a linen. So it's right in between so that you can still honor those beautiful pleats, but it's not like, it doesn't fall in on itself. So there's more than 10 colors, and now I can't remember all of the colors, but they're all beautiful. So you can see that it has this really nice crunchy drape. So anything where you don't want too much drape, but not too much hold, that is the fabric you might want to consider. There's also this beautiful red. It's like a tomato red. So it has a little bit of an orange tinge, which I really like. And my camera doesn't like red, so I shouldn't have picked that one up. There's this beautiful forest green. It just has such a nice hand. This would also be really nice for a lightweight pant for the spring or the summer, for shorts for the summer, or the oversized the oversized shirt that I made by the assembly line. It would be nice. It would be nice for a lot of the assembly line patterns because they have a lot of really nice shirts. And the same for the Atelier Skermit. There's a lot of nice shirts and blouses if you're looking for solid colors, where this would be really beautiful. So many colors to choose from. Definitely give candy cotton a try. It is a new base in the Mimi shop. And then we also have released these flowers. This is, or we are releasing, I should say we are releasing. So this one is a Moda fabric, and it's called Vintage Soul by Kathy Holden. And it has these little crochet flowers on it. So there's this one with all the little crochet flowers, and my camera does not like this. This camera is very very touchy-feely these days. So anyways, all of these little crochet flowers on there, which would also look super nice on this if you wanted to do something, just have an accent on the belt part. Would also look really nice as a lining. You know, the burger vest that I've been making. I actually have another 3 on my sewing table, which I will show you next week. And I like putting like a pop of this on the inside of the vest where you don't actually see it unless you reveal it. So I love it for that. Great for bags, obviously great for quilts, blouses, etc., etc. And there are 2 more. You can just see there are 2 more in this collection. So this is the one on chartreuse. So you have the chartreuse background with these are actually not crochet flowers. On this one, they're embroidered. So you can see that these are embroidery stitches on the chartreuse background. And then these are also the embroidered ones. But instead of having a background, it's all just filled with all of these beautiful with all of these beautiful flowers that are just layered over top of each other. And I absolutely am here for this. All right, so those were not all the wovens. Oh my goodness. See, I'm already losing track of all the things I wanted to show you. There's one more, and Tanya was saying it at the beginning that she's looking for the cotton sateen. So the cotton sateen has 97% cotton, 3% elastane, which means, yes, it does have some stretch. So how does cotton sateen compare to the other cottons? Essentially, the way this fabric is woven, it is woven with a satin or sateen weave. So if you have not read my blog post about from fiber to threads to fabrics, then I do encourage you to do so, because I do explain the different types of weaves and what it does to the fabrics in there, and the satin and sateen weave are in there as well. So it's still a cotton, but the weave is different, which makes it look and behave a little bit different. So it has more sheen to it, like almost like a dull sheen, where the satin has like the super shiny satin is very shiny, and sateen is almost silky in sheen. So it has a little bit of that sheen to it. And then this one, because it has the elastane in it, also has some stretch to it. So a little bit of stretch. So it's really great for a lot of the pants and skirts where you just want that little bit of movement when you have something fitted, like, I mean, I didn't make this jacket, but you can see how like this denim jacket is really fitted, but because the denim has some stretch, that makes it more comfortable. So for fitted things like pants, it will just give you that little bit of extra movement to fit it, especially if you have curves. I find that is something that I'm going through right now, where I'm figuring out pant patterns for myself, because I do have a pear shape. I do need a little bit of that stretch to fit it properly. So there's these 3 colors. So there's black, and then there's this mulberry burgundy with like a purple hue to it, which is also really gorgeous. And then color number 3 is, of course, the pink. Of course, the pink. We do have some other colors, I think, still on the shelf. So this is not a new base that we have. It is a renewed base with some new colors. Yeah, those were the 3 for the sateen. So now we're getting to the knits, because there's so many really, really fun ones. And like I'm looking left and right because I don't know which stack to start with first. So I'm going to start blah. I apologize. I'm really struggling with talking today. So let's just continue. So the first jersey print here is this beautiful denim blue background. So this is a yarn dyed denim blue. And then we have these off-road Jeep type vehicles all over here. And I know that my kiddos are gonna need some of this. They have already requested some things. I mean, they request a million things. So I guess I'll have to pick and choose which ones make it on top of the list. But so this is a really nice and stretchy jersey knit, 95% cotton, 5% elastane. And you have all these fun colors in there, so it's really easy to mix and match and color block with other things. So you can add the red, this like light teal, yellow white and black and dark navy to this one if you want to color block maybe a raglan shirt for your kiddos. Number 2, kittens. Like I have made sure that like we have a lot of kittens and dogs coming in this year because I found last year I've gotten a lot of requests for people wanting cats and dogs and there just was nothing. So I saw these pop up and like we need some more cats and dogs, and I hope that you will find some that you or the person you're sewing for like. So this one is probably one of my current favorites. So we have an off-white background, so off-white, and then we have all of these cats, and it's not a directional print, which is nice because they're printed all sorts of ways. And it's we have the pink and the light teal colored cats, and then we have a taupe, and then every now and then there's a little bit of a sparkle. So everything that you see in a yellow or ochre also has glitter on top of it. And these are, how cute are these? I feel like somebody's gonna need this. This would be cute as this one. See, I also found this pattern, which is the Berta 9296, which is a dress. And I like that this actually looks like it's a sweater with a skirt, but it's actually the dress that is like this. And it's a long sleeve. I feel like there are no long sleeve dress, or I haven't seen any basic long sleeve dresses like this. And I think this would be super cute. And then you can just wear it with tights. This would be really fantastic. You could make the skirt out of the cats, like if you did the two-piece one and then have like a solid on top, or vice versa, or just make the whole dress out of this jersey. It does say, yeah, it does say jersey fabric. So this pattern requires anywhere from, let me see, A to B. Oh goodness, I'd have to, so view A requires like 70 centimeters. So if you get a meter of it, you're gonna have more than enough to make 1 or 2 if you're color blocking dresses of this one. Really fun. So these were the kitties, glitter kitties. And then we also need some mushrooms. We have not had, I don't think we've had any mushroom prints last year. So I was really glad to see that there is a new mushroom print on the horizon. Now let me just make this right side up. So there is a gold foil element to it. So there are a lot of these mushrooms, the ones that you can see are really shiny, they have gold foil print on them. And then the other ones are in a taupey brown, and there's some greens and there's some teals in the flower. And I think this is absolutely stunning, this print, especially if you are maybe you are a forager. Oh, there's also snails on there. I just discovered those little snails on the mushrooms, and there's a couple of them. And I think this would also be so cute as a dress, or just a simple top. Oh, Zell made it. My mom made it. Hello, Mama. She did make it. I did send her the link just to make sure that she can find it to see all of these fun things. Or maybe she's just watching because of me. All right, so mushroom print. Then we have one French terry, which is this one, because I also squeezed this in because it just arrived. It has the hearts on it, and all of the hearts are like a watercolor print. The background, I'm going to say this is black, but then somebody might prove me wrong. I am going to put this through review with the other Mimi staff later on in our lighting out there to see if this is black or just dark navy. Right now in this light, it does look like a black background with beautiful colors of the hearts. And there's so many colors in there, again, that it's really, really easy to combine it with other things. The snails just upped the cuteness, Amanda said. They did. They do. There's like a lot more than I thought. Like the more you search for them, I love those prints where you only see those little details later on. I really, really loved it. Navy. So Hisai says it's navy. Okay, thank you, Hisai, for double checking. So if it's navy, I would say it's a really, really dark navy, because here in this light, it looks black. All right, then next up, another super fun one, which I have not seen before, but I'm like, I have to get this, is the bumper cars. I mean, who does not love bumper cars? It was one of my favorite things to do at the fair back in the day. I don't do that anymore now, unless my children make me. I love the bumper cars. How fun are they? And this is a neon print, so that does not show up in this video or in the pictures as much, but there's neon orange and neon green, and then there's a really bright teal in here. So you can absolutely mix this with our neon colored jerseys. So this is a really nice and stretchy jersey again with these super fun bumper cars. And we have this one in another color as well, which is the bumper cars on these, almost bumper cars, it's at night, on the dark blue. And then we have a neon yellow and neon green in this one, and then this cobalt blue in the cars. And it really doesn't show up in this, like this video, this camera is really not doing a good job at showing off the neon yellow. Like these are really, really bright colors. You might have to look at the pictures of the products. I tried my best to really bring out these colors. Do trust me that they are amazing. So bumper cars also coming tomorrow. Then we have more dogs. So 2 more dog prints. We have the sand color, and they're different dogs than the ones from last week. So it was really important to have these dogs as well. All right, let me show you. So there's did I do this right side up? The dog prints. So they are all over, and there's like a little house, and it says fetch, play, walkies. And it's really, really fun. And I think I would combine this with my favorite non-solid, which is a stripe. There are some caramel and brown and white stripes, or sand and there's a sand and white and a caramel and white little stripe. And I think it would look super cute with this. I do like the stripe. I'm going to snap a picture. If I remember, I'll snap a picture later and I'll put it in the stories. Maybe I'll make a story today about combos of fabrics, how they look together. So watch out for the stories either on Instagram or Facebook, and I'll snap these for you. And this one we also have in one more color, which is this almost like a dusty rose, a nice rose pink. And I love how this little, it's a Frenchie, I would assume, has it's like a little purpley pink Frenchie with a bow in its hair. I think it's so cute. And then a pink poodle. I mean, who can resist a pink poodle? All right, so all of these are jersey. And then now we get to the really fun ones. I'm sure that you guys have waited for these, because there's one fabric that changes color in the sunlight, which, you know, we only get them once in a blue moon, and they I wish they made them more often. This one's really fun. And then we have a glow in the dark one. So I will start with the one that changes the color in the sunlight. And because there's no UV light here right now, I can't make it change colors. But in the product description of this, I have posted the other color of what it looks like when you take it outside. So it's actually really, really colorful. You can see the, I don't think that this light actually, hold on, let me hold it closer. I don't think this light changes it. If I had my phone, I would, hold on, I will try to see if the phone light does anything. I doubt it, but let's try it. Flashlight on. Let's see if this does anything. No, it doesn't. So it only works with a UV light, so it only works outside. But so when you're outside of the UV light, it looks like this. It's like a really nice color, monochromatic, gray, black and white drawing. And then when you go into the sunlight, this changes to like a teal, and then there's like pinks and purples. So definitely do look at this one, and you're gonna have to have fast fingers for this one tomorrow. And then the glow in the dark, which are always fun. I mean, who doesn't like glow in the dark fabrics? So there's 3 colors of these fun smiley faces. And essentially it's these white guys that will glow in the dark. So you'll have these little smiley faces smiling at you in the dark. I mean, wouldn't that be fun in this little romper? This is the Berta Kids 9299 that is made for jersey fabric specifically. And actually this design, it's part of the design, this little kitty cat one. It's there is this one right here. So this one would be fun. For summer, you could make it like this with something like this. How fun would that be? All right, so there's the smiley faces on the pink. Then there's this absolutely fantastic purple, because we know purple is always underrepresented. There's not enough shades of purple. This is a new shade of purple. I haven't seen this in the shop. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're probably not going to have a ribbing that matches this exactly. But I would just go with a really nice complementing color. There's lots of really fun ones that would look nice with this one. And again, you have the smiley faces that will glow in the dark. And then we have a denim blue. Also, like, I mean, you can always, blue is always something that we need in our lives. So those were the fabrics for today, but then we also still have the yarn and our knitting patterns. There's a lot of them that have arrived. So there's like a whole slew of the Regia self-patterning sock yarns, which I love because I love having just a vanilla sock on the go. And then the pattern just comes out all by itself. It's like a project that I always have on hand when I'm going to my kids' practices, when I'm, you know, in the car or going to the doctor's office, anywhere where I have to wait, I always have a sock knitting project on me. And then it's easier to have one where I don't have to look at the pattern. So I do have these on hand all the time. And some of them have some really cool patterns. So there's this one. And then when you knit it up, you'll get a pattern like this. It makes a really cool striped pattern. It's like stripes and dots, and it does that all by itself. And if you do not have our Regia sock guide yet, which is essentially a vanilla pattern with 2 heel types, 2 toe types, and just like the sock table of how many to cast on for which type of yarn, just leave us a message and we can put that into your next order. If you're in the shop, you can just pick one up here. Then there's this one, and now I should have written down, like they have here, I just have the numbers, but they actually all have names. And this one had a really, really nice name, but this is the color number 9386. And I like that it has that the green and the pinks and the blue in it. And look at that. It will also a really, really nice stripe pattern. I found it interesting that on this one, they chose to show the knee high. So any of the 100-gram skeins can make a knee-high sock. Like I have tried it for a size 38 to size 8. I have done a toe up just to see how far I can get. And out of 100 grams, I was able to make a knee-high sock for myself. So do make sure to check that when the weight of the skeins that you're buying. Because for example, there's also these ones. You can see this one's smaller. This is only a 50-gram skein. So the 50-gram, this is called square candy. I do remember that because I like candy. So if you're making an adult size sock, you will need 2 of this. If you're making a smaller kid size sock, most likely this will be enough. Or if you're doing color work, let's say you're mixing it with a solid, then also 1 will be enough. But if you're planning on having 2 socks, then you will need 2 of the 50-gram skeins, and it does say in the name whether they're 50 grams or 100 grams. Then this one is really beautiful. I think this is a first of this kind. So the background of the sock will be in this foresty green color, and then every now and then you get a stripe like this along it. So there's like a stripe, like a longer pause before you get the next stripe. I'm so sorry, my English. So this one I think is called Vermont Gravel. I love the neutrals in this. So it's gray, brown, taupe, charcoal, and then again you get this really beautiful stripe in this sock, and it's a short repeat. And then this purple one, which you get a stripe as well. And then this one is actually, I think it's called Pink Marble or Candy Marble. So it's more of a marble effect. Do you see? Not like a straight stripe. You get more of a marbled effect on this one. And there's a couple more. I just want to make sure I get through all of the things. So there's a lot of these sock yarns. And then I am going to show you the patterns of the week that are going to be on special this week. And you will find them. We haven't listed them yet, but they will be there tomorrow. And they will be in the knitting special of the week section. So number one is this beautiful scarf made with two colors. It's made with the Eco Puno and Eco Puno Degradé. So the background would have the Degradé, which is a color changing yarn. Well, you can do it either way. And then one will be a solid yarn. So for example, you can have this one as your dégradé, and then you can have this as your solid yarn. So the Eco Puno is a yarn that has 70% cotton, 19% merino, and 11% alpaca. So it's a really, really soft, light yarn. And this this beautiful shawl scarf will be so, so nice with it. So this is one example. I want to show another example because, you know, I love matching, mixing and matching. And how about this tangerine with a white in this? I mean, absolutely stunning. And then I also mixed these two. This beautiful light blue minty color with this dark blue. And, you know, you can mix and match them as you please. Then the next one is this sweater pullover out of the Setasuri Big. And it's a great layering piece. I love oversized sweaters and I love lace knitting. I highly encourage you to try it. I absolutely love this one. And the Setasuri Big, good thing I brought my water because my voice is now done. The Setasuri Big is 70% alpaca, 20% silk, and 10% merino wool. Also another really, really soft yarn for this. And how awesome would this look in this really nice tangerine? Tangerine. I think this is the color that they used on this model. This is color number 530. And then this beautiful teal. But there's so many other colors. I just wanted to show a couple off that jumped out at me this morning. Then we have a sock pattern for a 6-ply yarn. And I do want to show you these ones. I don't know if you've seen these before, but you'll get a really nice heathered effect with this one just because of how this one is made. So for 6-ply with these socks, this is really fun. And you can, it is a pretty manila pattern, but you can make it as long as you like, really. But this is made for the 6-ply Lana Grossa yarns. And there's 4 colors in this one that will give you that heathered effect. But there's this one, there's the pink, and there's another one. And now I can't remember which color. I feel like there was a denim blue and maybe a black. All right, 2 more. I promise. I'm almost done. Stay with me. 2 more. I lied. 3 more. This one, I'm just going to show like this. Knee highs. If you're looking for more of a challenge, this one has this beautiful, and it doesn't show here just because it's so bright. It has a beautiful, beautiful braid pattern on the front in a knee high, which is going to be beautiful in a solid, and we'll have the solid yarns connected to this beautiful knee-high sock. And then this also just got released by Regia, the Torse cardigan made with the Regia Premium Alpaca Soft. So this is made with the light gray. And how nice is this cardigan? It's so beautiful. And it's knitted with, let me see. It is knitted with a size 3 and 3.5 needle, which is, you know, it's going to knit up in no time if you have some really nice dedicated time. I'm knitting a sweater with a 3.5 right now, and I find it is coming along really nicely. So this is the gray. Then I just pulled out this really nice pink because, you know, I always like a pink, and I like that it has a little bit of a color variation in it. And then there's also this taupe. There's also a black, there's a white, there's many, many colors of this one. So this will also be available tomorrow as the weekly special. And last but not least, because we like cowls, there's this beautiful new cowl, the Halaton cowl by Regia, which we will have as a special knitting bundle. And you'll need 2 colors of yarn. You'll probably, let's see, I'm going to guess it's 1 of each skein. Let's see what it says. 1 of each, just like I said. So for this one, I was thinking This would be really nice. The off-white and the salmon or peach color. Then this one would also be really nice. The eggplant and dusted rose. And then I also found these two, which is a cobalt blue and a baby blue. But there's, again, so many of the Regia premium silks, which are really, really soft. That's why it's so great for the cowl. And you can mix and match them whichever way you like. So you're going to see these listings shortly. And I do think I showed all of the patterns I wanted to show. I did. I showed you all the fabrics. I showed you all of these beautiful yarns. If you still have some questions, don't hesitate to keep on commenting on this video, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And or you can send us a message through the Mimifabrics channel. And there's also always email. You can always email us. Come to the shop, and we're also more than happy to help you to color coordinate any of your fabrics or yarns. If you need some help with that. So thank you so much for watching this. I know this was a long one. There was a lot of things that I wanted to tell you, and I probably still forgot some things. Oh yes, we do have Saturday open house coming up first weekend of February. You'll see that reflected in our store hours shortly. So they are in the planning, and we'll update you on all of these things very soon. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. All of these items will be available to you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next week.